Hi everyone. I went live on the wrong channel. Oops. But I had to go ahead and keep going because everyone was starting to watch. So I kind of flipped the script. But I'm on this channel now, the correct channel, and I want to talk to you guys because a lot of y'all have been asking me, how do I get my husband or my boyfriend to want more in life, to do better, to strive, and get paid more, and you know better himself financially? How do I, as a woman, do this for him? Um, as a woman, if you're married to someone, you cannot, okay, if you married someone just as they are and you agreed to something totally different when you got married, you can't go changing things. Now, if you never said anything like, oh, I'll love you if you're poor forever, blah, 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 I don't care, we can be poor and live in poverty and I'll still love you. If you've said all that and he married you under those pretenses, then it's kind of like you can't go back and say, well, now I want you to have money. You can't do that. So if that's what you agreed to, if you agree to that lifestyle, then you're not going to be able to um, have a good um, argument as to why you need him to better himself, because you agreed before you guys got married that this was okay. But if you never agreed to anything and you're able to, think that you can improve your man, you're going to want to be inspirational to him, not negative, okay? You catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar, okay? You don't want to be the nagging wife because that's just going to push him away. What you need to do, I said this on my other video, you need to get him around the type of lifestyle that you want. You need to get him interested in the type of lifestyle that you want. You need to take him to car dealerships to test drive nice cars. You need to take him to model homes to, walk around and get into the vibration of a better lifestyle. You need to take him to the nice areas of town, when you guys want to go grab something to eat. Don't just stay in your little circle. Go out and venture out. Get him into the atmosphere that you want him to upgrade to. Okay, because then once he feels like he belongs there or he should have more, then he's going to be right on board with getting better. Okay. And you don't put him down. You don't put him down. You say, you know what, honey, I bet you could have that car in 2 years. Or, honey, I bet we could live in that house if we wanted to, and if we, put our minds to it. Honey, I bet you could get a promotion on your job if you just put in a couple extra hours a day and really showed your company your value. You're not going to put them down like, oh my God, you should be doing so much better than this. I don't know why I married you. Oh, you don't want nothing in life. You're just mediocre. You don't say those things to the person you married or the person you're with if you want them to improve. You got to make them feel like they're in charge of their own life, that you believe in them, that you see them in the position that, is successful, and that you're waiting on them to get there because that's where they belong, okay? And by you feeling that, thinking that, and you bringing them around, certain environments, nice cars, nice houses, nice places to eat, nice areas of town, they're going to start vibrating on that frequency too and wanting those things too. And they're going to figure out how to get them, So that's how you get your man to the next level. You take him there. You take him to visit that level. You take him to test drive that level. You take him around the people on that level. You take him to eat on that level. And, even if it's just appetizers, you might not can afford to eat at this fancy restaurant except for a drink and an appetizer. Go for drinks and appetizers, So take him to these nice areas. Visit your future lifestyle. In that moment when you guys are out, start talking about, this is where we're going to be in a couple years. This is the side of town we're going to be living on. Don't say, can we move over here? Or, do you think you can afford this? Speak it into existence. This is where we're going to be living. Not, I hope you can get a raise, or not, I wish we could live here, but this is where we're going to be living. Okay. So you speak it into existence. You take them out. You let him get a taste of it. Once you get a taste of it, you can't go backwards. You can't be like, go back and feel good. You're going to be like, dang, that was nice. They have good school districts. Our kids would be better off there. They have a nice area, low crime, nice houses. Ooh, that car would look good in my driveway. My wife would be happier. I would be well respected. My parents would be proud of me. All those thoughts are going to start going through his mind. My wife thinks I can do this. I feel like I deserve it. So you're going to be putting those thoughts in his subconscious mind. And eventually he's going to want to upgrade. And he's going to figure out how to do it, So, don't do it in a negative way, because it never works. A lot of women lose their men by nagging them and comparing them to other people. Yeah, it's fun to talk trash about them online, but you don't talk trash to them. That's just going to destroy their self-esteem. So what you need to do is talk success into them, talk prosperity into them, talk upgrade into them. That's your job as a woman, to push them to that next level. And when you do, they will be thankful. They will always be thankful. But you don't contribute. Okay, this is the key. If you are going to contribute, don't contribute as much, just a little bit. Because then he can't take the credit. He can't feel good about it. He can't be the man. He can't say, yeah, I did it. Aren't you proud of me, baby? Because you're going to say, well, I thought I paid half of that. You didn't do this on your own. And you're not going to look up to him as if he accomplished something great, because you basically helped him get there. So if you're going to help, just help tiny bits. Like, oh, well, save your money. I'll pay my phone bill this month. Don't go anything above $100 or $200. Okay, if you're in that type of relationship. If you're building together, remember, ladies, when you help someone build up, you can't see them as someone who did this great thing. You don't see them as successful as the next woman who did not help them build up. So you're not going to look at them the same, and they're not going to feel like the man with you because you helped them get there. So that's when a lot of men will start cheating on their wives or their longtime girlfriends who have helped them build, with someone that didn't help at all, but recognizes the man did it all by himself. That's what he wants. He's going to steal all the recognition and pretend like he did it all by himself and get all the recognition from another person. So very important not to help anyone build up their dream so they can take all the credit and leave and go somewhere else. Very important to let him make it on his own with just maybe this much help that you really can't even take too much credit for. Because if you do it the other way, he'll never get all the praise and glory he feels he deserves from you since you helped him. So think about it. That's why, like right now, if your husband or a boyfriend is trying to save up money and he's asking you to pay this and pay that and pay this and pay that, say no. Say, but I will, I'll give you some gas money this week. Or just, if you're going to contribute, just do it a little bit, not too much. Because if you push him too far and you become his crutch, he's not really doing it on his own. You're actually doing it, but letting him have the credit. Okay, and soon he's going to want to claim all the credit with someone else. So do not help him build up his, empire. Assist him a little bit. Help him by running errands for him, doing him a little bit of favor here and there, but don't assist him monetarily. Okay, that will be the biggest mistake you will ever make. Okay, that way he can truly take all the credit. And if you're married, you still get half anyway if he leaves you. So you might as well save your time and energy. Okay. I'm just saying, you ain't got to work to get paid in this day and age, unless you're not as a woman anyway. So yeah, y'all, a funny story. If y'all, I went live on the wrong channel and people were mad. They were like, I said, oops, let me flip the script. They weren't ready. Okay, so if a man doesn't want to move out of his current financial status, and he's perfectly okay with living mediocre or the lifestyle that you guys are in, but you want him to upgrade, and he's perfectly fine. I'm happy. I have everything I want. I don't need a bigger house. I don't need nicer cars. I don't need this. I don't need that. If he's in that mindset and you're like, well, I do, start doing things on your own. Like maybe start an online business, start getting paid on the side of your regular job if you work, or if you don't work, start getting paid by doing something that you started yourself. Lead by example. Okay, if he sees that you're making money, he's gonna like hop on. He'll be like, you know what, I can do this too. I can make some extra money on the side. I don't have to work as hard. Maybe I can even make more money than I do at my job. Let me see what I can do. So there are some guys who have to be led by example. So you do what you need to do, and when he sees that you're successful or that you're making extra money or you're profiting, he's going to be like, well, dang, I can do that too. So for those who are stuck and don't want to move out their mediocrity, they sometimes follow by example. Another way is to get around people that are where you want to be. Make friends with people who have nice things. Make friends with people who have nice houses and nice cars. Hang out with them. And your husband's going to start to feel, or your boyfriend's going to start to feel like, less than, and he's going to want to upgrade. So that's another way to do it, okay? Take him around nice neighborhoods. Make friends with people that have what you want. And when you do that, like a successful guy and another guy get together, he's going to want to talk about business, not hoes and sports and stuff. He's talking about business, stock market, how we going to next idea, next big money making idea, online businesses, stock options and stuff like that. He's not talking about the remedial things that a lot of other people talk about. He's talking about money, how to make money, how to get money, how to maintain money. And when you get your man around people like that, then his thinking will change. So you want to get your man in a better environment when you guys hang out. If you're used to hanging out at places that are not upscale, start switching to upscale places slowly. You want to build him up to it. You don't want to just throw him in there. So upgrade him in his taste, in his desires, because that's what's going to get him to that next level. Like even sexually, you can do this by like looking online at lingerie, expensive lingerie. Be like, oh my God, I love this. Look how it's so pretty. It's so expensive though, but that's okay. I can go to Walmart or Target and get one. It won't be as nice. And then he might feel a little bit sad that you can't even dress sexy because you can't afford the nice thing that you really want. So just little bitty things like that will help upgrade your man. Like, look at something online. It's like, oh my God, that dress is so pretty. Oh my God, I would look so good in that. But look at the price. It's just so expensive. Okay, well, maybe I'll find something at Target that's similar, or Walmart. I'll shop at Walmart. Make them feel bad. Like, you deserve those things, and he knows you deserve those things. And when you are getting all excited about it, and then you realize, dang, my man broke, he can't afford it, so let me just go to Walmart and get the cheap version of it made in China. So that's going to make him feel bad. He's going to be like, dang, I want my woman to have nice things too. So that will give him also some inspiration. Right? Okay, someone writes, my husband is building his own business, but every setback he quits. What can I do to push him? Okay. Men who are trying to start their own business, who keep having setbacks and then quit, it's because they're probably not ready to start their own business. They're not financially able to start their own business already, or they're not starting the right type of business. Maybe they're starting too large or too big instead of little baby steps. So try to get him to start baby steps that he will be guaranteed success. Like if he's trying to start a business, why doesn't he start a business online? Why doesn't he raise awareness about his upcoming business through social media? You can't just put a business out there and say, hey, I'm here, come shop. or hey, I'm here, come give me business, or hey, I'm here. You got to build it step by step. If he's starting at step 10 and skipped, steps 1 through 9, of course he's going to have setbacks. So get him to start small. Like, everybody always want to start a business and they want to invest all this money. Start off super small. Get your clients, build your name, build your brand, advertise, get a Facebook, a YouTube, an Instagram, and build it up so that when people, when you're ready to open, or when you're ready to get clients, they're already there because you've built yourself up. Start with ideas, solutions to problems that your business can solve. Start by advertising, things like that, and then when you open, you already have a bunch of people waiting to buy your stuff, buy your product, go into business with you, or whatever. If you just set up a storefront, open the doors and said, okay, come in, people don't know about you. People will just drive past you. They don't trust that name. They never saw you before. They don't know you. Blah, 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 blah. Build yourself up first, and then, instruct him to do that, because that will help him. A lot of people will already have ideas that's been done 1,000 times, and nobody wants, to give them business because they can get it somewhere cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Just like, a lot of people are trying to open up businesses where they sell candles and soaps and stuff like that, but you can get the same type of stuff for like 10 times cheaper somewhere. No one is going to, buy your stuff unless you create a buzz around it, like why they need to buy this particular item, So help him be creative. Help him understand this. Okay. And okay, so another thing is, a lot of you guys are starting the same types of business that's been started over and over and it has failed repeatedly. Try something new. Try something different that has not been done, or put a spin on it. Everybody and their mama wants to be an entertainment, a rapper, a record label. Everybody and their mama wants to do that. Everybody and their mama wants to sell soaps and candles. Everybody and their mama wants to do the same thing. Change it up. If you're going to sell soaps and candles, do something different. If you're going to be a recording artist, if you're going to have a studio, if you're going to be in the entertainment business, a producer, change it up. Don't just offer the same thing everyone else does. What's different about you? So let's see. Okay, so she says it's building kitchens and bathrooms. Okay, well, that's a good business, but the type of companies you want to target are builders, home builders, not people that want their bathrooms redone. But you need to get in with the home builders, like when they're building new neighborhoods, you get contract with those neighborhoods to come and install the bathrooms in the kitchen, stuff like that. You aim for what you can do. If you don't have the manpower behind it, start off small, things like that. But that's a business that requires a lot of hard work, and perhaps maybe it's easy to get discouraged because that is a lot of physical labor. Maybe he needs an idea that can make him money without working so hard. Maybe like an online business of selling the products to remodel your own house or your own bathroom, a drop ship company, a supply company, something that's easy, that brings the money quick without, lots of labor and time put into it. A lot of people don't think, they just say, oh, I know how to do bathrooms, let me do that. They don't think on the higher level. They don't think as a boss, they think as an employee. Why not just sell the products? Why not just profit off of selling? Why not get a wholesale license and sell bathroom products cheap to builders? Why not do that? Why not, hire contractors to put in the bathrooms and pay them while you have a wholesale company? Why not do something like that? Think bigger. Some people think too small. They just think labor mind. Think management, think owner. Okay? Think about how you can make the most money by doing the least. That's how you get places. Most millionaires think think like this. How can I make the most money by doing the least work? When you start thinking on that level, it's going to come easy. So, guys, sit in your house, sit in your car, wherever you're going to sit, and think about this. Besides something illegal, how can I make the most money by doing the least work? How do people get paid for doing nothing, basically? How do I get paid in my sleep, basically? Start thinking about that, and the answers and the ideas will come, I promise you. Okay? A lot of people think I don't like men. I love men. I don't like boys. Okay? Men will come up with some money making ideas. Men will come up with how to move from level 1 to level 10 in 2 years. Okay? These are men. These are people who are invested in their career and their families that want to do better and build things for their future generations. That's men. Boys just want to date and have sex for free and ask the woman to pay half the bill and live in an apartment and make 5-figure salaries. That's boys. Men want to have an empire, a kingdom, and to leave something to their children and have their wives bragging about them. That's men, okay? I don't hate men. I don't hate boys, but I don't deal with boys, And grown women shouldn't deal with boys either. And, I made a video about that, but I didn't put it out because I didn't want people to get the wrong idea, because I really went in. I was like giving tough love that would have came off as hate. But, you can't hate someone unless you love them first. That's just true. You can't hate someone unless you love them. You can dislike someone. You can disagree with someone. You can not, be happy with somebody. But you can't hate somebody unless you love them. So tough love is what I called it. I'm not going to put that out because it was a bit harsh. So instead, I decided to give some information on how to get to that next level. Stop thinking as an employee and think as an owner. Okay? How can I make the most money doing the least? That's how you think. And the ideas will come. If you're smart, if you have a high IQ, you will figure it out. Right? Even my daughters figured out, I'll test them. I was like, Layla, how could you make money without leaving your house? Give me 5 ideas. Do this with your kids. Okay, how can you make money while you're asleep? Give me some ideas. And people will come up with the ideas, but then they'll talk themselves right out of it because they're afraid of success. Why are they afraid of success? Because they don't feel like they deserve it. Why don't they feel like they don't deserve it? Because they've been conditioned with poverty mind. So you have to reprogram yourself in these situations. You know what I'm saying? How about accepting for your man for who he is and not what he's worth? Well, you can do that. You can accept your man for who he is instead of what he's worth. Right. You can do that. But are you going to be happy doing that? Are your kids going to have the things they need in life by doing that? Are you going to be able to leave your kids a will instead of a won't by doing that? Are your kids going to be financially burdened when you die because you just want to be mediocre? I don't know. You decide. Are you selfish, or do you want to push your family into the next, into the next decade with something more? It's up to you. Some men, they don't care. Women, they care more about where their family ends up. Men don't care. They'll just work, eat, drink, and then die. Be like, okay, I lived a good life. But women want their children to thrive, and their grandchildren to thrive, and their family name to thrive. Men don't care about that kind of stuff. Women do. That's why women pick their men based upon the level that they can, elevate their family to. So if y'all don't care about y'all's future generations and your children and your grandchildren, that's fine. But a lot of women do, and that's why they base who they choose their partner on, what they can provide. And that's just good looking out. And if like some guy just said in the comments, if you can't afford children, don't have them, and don't have sex unprotected, because that's one of the ways to have it. Duh. Have two forms of contraception, not just one. They have male birth control pills now, so there is no excuse. Y'all can get on the pill now too. Equal rights, remember? Y'all gonna be all hormonal, low sperm count. Testicular cancer from years of taking male birth control pills. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so guys, if y'all are looking for better ways to make money, think like a woman. Think like a woman. Be creative. What else? What's not out there? What services can you provide? Okay. Handyman services. There are so many women who, especially single women, who don't have a man around their house. You can go and fix stuff around their house after work for like 2 and 3 hours. Make appointments after work. Go fix whatever they need done, like small jobs, and then go home. That's like a second job. You only need 3 hours extra, and you're making what? How much does a handyman make per visit? Maybe like $100, $200, depending on what the job is. That you can make $300 extra a day by being a dang handyman. You know what I'm saying? My garbage disposal don't work. All you gotta do is go press the reset button and collect your money. I just fixed my garbage disposal. A string was stuck in it. But it wouldn't work. And most women are not gonna know that. And you can go ahead and make your money. And some women, they can't do certain jobs around their house, like you can become like a little exterminator. You can buy some bug spray from the wholesale place, and you a little sprayer, and go exterminate people's houses on the weekend for $100 each go. You can do all these things. You can also sell services, typing up stuff for people who don't have time to type. You can be a ghostwriter. You can do all those things. So if you don't want to do manual labor, you can type stuff up for people. You can do people's resumes online. There's programs you just stick their information in that they might not know about, and all you got to do is input their information, and bam, here comes a professional resume, and you just made $50 to $75. Think. I can make money. I can make money in my sleep. Right now, if I just wrote down every idea I had, I could make 10 times as much money as I'm making right now. Just from ideas. Like, the easiest way to make money is the most profitable way. So think about it. The hardest way to make money is going to cost you the most. It's going to cost you time, energy, gas, supplies. So try to think easy. Consultations. A lot of people make money on consultations. What are you good at? What is your expertise? Offer consultations on what you're skilled in. Things like that. Learn how to speak correctly so that people take you seriously. Speak in a professional tone. Improve upon yourself and provide a service, and people who need that service will seek you out. Think. Okay, so so this is your homework, men. I'm gonna give y'all some homework, or boys. Take 20 minutes tonight and figure out 5 ways to make money with what you know and what you have right now. Not what you need to get in the future, not what you need to have in order to start this, but what you have right now in your possession. How you can make money 5 different ways, and whittle it down to 1 or 2 ways and go and do it. Okay, you'll thank me later. You're welcome. Figure it out, you know. It doesn't take it doesn't take a genius to figure out how to make money. Some of the richest people in the world don't have a college degree. They just had an idea. Okay? They put down the distractions. They put down the excuses, and they put their mind to work on something that they believed in and that they knew they could do with what they had at the moment. Okay? So just go for it. There's no excuse, you know. You are where you are because you choose to be. You know, my daughter wants to start a business. She's 9 years old. You know, she's already thinking like that, and that's good. That's where you want to be. Somebody says tamales. Yeah, there's people selling tamales all throughout the clubs. They go in there with their little bag, their little pizza bag, that they deliver pizzas in with tamales in there, and they sell them for like $5 a pop. You know, and how much does it cost to make tamales? It's not that expensive. So if you, whatever you can do, just go do it. You know, I remember there's this guy, and he had started off with a food truck, and he sold like these tacos or whatever, and now he has like a giant, a giant restaurant from having a food truck for like 5 years. He saved all his money. And then he opened a big restaurant, and now he makes probably millions. So start off small. Don't try to get here quick. That's the problem with most men. They feel like if they can't get successful quick, they want to quit. No, you start off small and you build your way up. You work your 9 to 5 and do your thing on the side until that money is more than your 9 to 5 money. Then you can quit your job and be your own boss. You know, it's baby steps. It's a process. It's something that you build up to. You can't just get there overnight. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And sometimes women are a distraction. You know, sometimes chasing women is not going to help you get paid. Okay, because they want your money. Okay, we want your money. That's why we rather chase people that already have it instead of people that don't have it. So once you get it, then you have time to enjoy your life, enjoy the women. Pick a woman that you want instead of settling for a woman you don't really want, but you know, this is the last chance you're going to have to settle down with someone, so you might as well, you know, you don't want to have that attitude. You want to be like, I'm going to go out and pick the woman I want, you know. Just like when you get a great job and you can go out and pick the car you want instead of the car that's in your price range that doesn't have too many miles on it, that looks decent, you know. You want to go and pick your car brand new, get the warranty and all that stuff. That's what you need. So focus on your success. Focus on where you want to be and get there. And then everything else will fall in line. Everything else will fall in place. You won't have to worry, you know. You won't have to deal with women like me calling you names and stuff, because you won't be those things. You know, you'll be someone that I can brag on or tell a story about, a successful story about, and compare it to other people and say, this is who you need to be like. You then become a role model, you know. All men should want to be role models to other men. All men should want to be an example of success instead of mediocrity. All men should want to be great. You know, all men should want to hold their head up high and walk with pride and have their women bragging on them and their daughters proud of them and their kids having stuff that they never had. All men should want that. You know, when they don't, that's a problem. Okay? When they don't, that says something about themselves. So, as a man, your priorities should be in order. You know, your lower self that chases women, that wants sex and things like that, that energy needs to be channeled into creative energy, into money-making energy, okay? Men who have sex with a lot of women and chase women who are broke, all that energy that you're giving away is your creative energy that is supposed to be used to get you wealthy. But you're giving it away for free to women and think that you're getting over. But really what you're doing is you're diminishing your creative energy. That energy is supposed to be channeled to create. And if you don't use it to create and you just use it to procreate or have sex or, do all these things that make you feel good sexually, that energy is better spent elsewhere, you know, creating something, putting all that frustration, anger, um, pent up energy into a project. You know, a lot of men who are very successful, sometimes they practice celibacy for a while so that that energy builds up and gets them to that next level. You know, it's like, to some men, it's a turn on to earn a bunch of money. Like, dang, I just earned, $40,000 in 3 days because I put all my energy and effort into, this project, and bam, there it goes. That's the orgasm. Bam, look at my success. A lot of men don't know what to do with this energy, so they go ahead and chase women. Now, this energy is supposed to be used to create, to build, to have all the things that you want in life that can provide and protect for a family, but you're misusing it. Just like women misuse a lot of their energy, their sexual energy, to get men to do this and that. That's supposed to be used on a man who's headed somewhere. That's their reward. When you do good, you come home, you get laid. When you get a promotion, you go out, celebrate, you go home, you get laid. You're not supposed to go home, celebrate, and get laid to somebody who is making minimum wage, or not building up. That doesn't turn you on. Okay, so it can be redirected in a more positive way to become more profitable. Now, a lot of men are going to be upset about this, but if you don't want better for your future generations or your children, or if you don't even want children, then this message is not really for you. You can live alone in an apartment off of 5 figures and be totally happy. It's a miserable life to some people. Some people, it's the perfect life. But men that want more and want a legacy and want a family and want an heir to their throne and want to build, this is how they think. Okay. Somebody says they're Illuminati. How are you, Illuminati? Okay. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm reading some of these comments. Yeah, if, like, ladies, also the type of man you choose to be with shows who you are as well. So if you're choosing players, thugs, men that don't really have a lot of ambition in life and just want to play you and look good and talk sweet to you, and all this kind of stuff, that means that you don't take yourself seriously. You're dealing with men who not serious about life, means you don't take your life seriously as well. You're just in there, for the moment. But you have to remember one thing. Women, I don't want to say women have an expiration date, but we have a time clock. And don't waste your youth on guys who are not going anywhere. If you don't take yourself serious, you're not going to be attracted to serious men. You're going to be attracted to boys. You're going to be attracted to looks, swag, all this, like, stuff that doesn't matter. But if you take yourself seriously, your future generation seriously, your lifestyle seriously, what you want seriously, you're not going to be messing with those type of guys anyway. So unless if you're just living in the moment, you don't know any better, no one taught you any better, and you just saw what your sister did or your aunt did or your mama did, and you just saw them go for the thuggiest guy, or the cutest guy, or the smoothest talking guy, and end up with 5 kids, and you follow that. That's all you know. But then you have to ask yourself, did your mother take her life seriously? Did your aunt take her life seriously? Did your sister take her life seriously? Do you want to be in the same position as they are? Did you see them struggle? Do you want to struggle? Do you want to take your life seriously? Get a serious man. That's common sense. But a lot of people will not think like that because they weren't taught. So you have to retrain yourself to think, do I take my life seriously? So whoever's in here talking about God and Jesus and stuff, thank you. We don't need a pastor. This is not church, darling. Um, if you find yourself in a situation where you're dating someone that's not going anywhere and doesn't want to go anywhere, politely leave the situation. Politely leave. And if he asks you why you're leaving, and just say, I want a more serious life. I'm taking myself more seriously now. I need to make some decisions. My priorities are different, and I can't execute my plan being with you. You know, and just be like, I gotta go. Um, don't let someone drag you down. If you had goals and then you got in a relationship and then you don't know where your goals went, chances are, you need to leave and create some goals again for yourself. Because if you're not getting better and you're getting worse, that relationship is not beneficial to you. Anyways. uh, Poor thing. And also, there's a place for everyone in the world. You can fit in where you get in. Um, Men who want to do good by their families, they will find a way. Seek. This is for the Bible person. Seek and ye shall find. If you're not looking, you're not gonna find it. So if your man is not even looking to better himself or looking to upgrade you guys' lifestyle, he's not gonna find it. Make sure he's looking. You look with him. You drag him along to look with you. Go window shopping. Like 50 Cent, go window shopping. You know, go test drive. Go have appetizers if you can't afford the full meal. Go do something. Get in that frequency. Take your man. Make sure he sees that there's better ways to live. And when he sees women out with other men who are giving them everything that look worse than you, he's gonna feel bad. He's like, dang, she could have this type of lifestyle if she really wanted to. Let me do something. That girl is ugly and she got this rich dude. Dang, my girl could get a rich dude. Dang, she's gonna leave me if I don't upgrade. Show him what he's supposed to be. Take him to where you look better than these women, but they out here eating filet mignon or lobster and seafood and anything that they want, drinks, dessert at this fancy restaurant with valet. Take him there and show him that this is what you deserve. And be like, you know what? You better get it together because I sure can upgrade. Look at these girls in here. I know I look 20 times better. Guess what? You don't know what goes on in the DM, in my inbox. So you want to let him see that you deserve better and that you can get better if you really wanted to. Look, I'm waiting on you. I'm working with you. What you gonna do? Show him, because he doesn't know. He's in his own little world. Oh, I got her. She loved me. She's washing my underwear. She loves me. She cooks my food. She loves me. But don't ever think, like Beyonce say, you don't ever think you're not irreplaceable. Okay. So, yes. Show him what you can have if you really wanted it. But let him know that you're waiting on him to upgrade so you can have it with him. Okay? This is key. This is what I did. Like, for my husband, when we first met, before I was married, I took him around the places that I used to hang out, where wealthy people hang out. He had some money and stuff, but he wasn't on the level that he's at now. I took him around those type of people. He met lawyers, doctors, all those kind of things, and got to know them, got on that frequency, all that kind of stuff. Got clients, networking. So you bring him into the environment. You don't say, well, we should be here. Go there. Yes, you should be there. So go there and take him with you and give him a taste of the good life so he wants it too, Christian values in the Black community. Um, y'all can promote it if you want. Don't mean it's gonna stick. uh, and I don't know why I attract religious trolls. That's just silly. That's weird. Like, this has nothing to do with religion. This has something to do with bettering your life through the type of men you choose. 70% of black children. That has nothing to do with Jesus, though. Like, 70% of black children born out of marriage has nothing to do with religion. Okay? Because Christianity was not our original religion anyway. So, so it has nothing to do with religion. Okay. Yes, someone says I'm an advocate for same-sex marriage. So, and what's your point? I'm an advocate for a lot of stuff that you probably don't agree with, so. Bye, Felicia. If you're here to judge and tell people to repent and all that stuff, you're on the wrong channel, child, because, we don't care. Like, we in it to win it. We're in it to win it. Okay? So, if you were smart, you'd be collecting tithes and offerings since you're in church. I know that's what I'd be doing. The only way I'd ever be Christian again is if I was the first lady of a mega church. Okay? I will pretend. I will praise Jesus. Yes, you need to repent. Now pass that tithes and offerings plate so I can go get my Bentley. Okay? Yeah, I will marry a mega pastor. Come on now. They only in it for the money anyways. I want a rich black woman where the rich black women don't want broke black men. We want somebody richer. We don't want somebody to drain us. We want somebody to add to us so we can take half their check when we divorce them. So good luck with that. I told you we in it to win it. Someone keeps texting me. Like I want to talk to. Okay. $10. Someone is saying $10 an hour is not good for you hoes. I made $10 an hour when I was 18 years old. Back before $10 an hour was even high. Was even low. When I was working, minimum wage was like $4.75 or $4.25 an hour, and I was making 10. Okay, so, and I was still in high school, 18, 17 years old. So if you making that now as a grown man 30 years later, you got issues. Sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, the Christian troll left. I must have scared her off. Anyway, for example, if you're always envious of other people and what they have, and you're in a relationship and you're in a marriage and you can't have nice things and that's what you want, okay, remember, it's all about what you want in life. If you want something, you're not going to be happy till you get it, right? So it's not about your morals. It's not about what's right or what's wrong. It's about if you want something and you deserve to have it and you think you deserve to have it, until you have it, you're not going to be happy. So, if you're in a relationship and your husband or your boyfriend can't buy you nice things on your birthday or on anniversaries or things like that, and you're pissed off because the other girl that looks worse than you has a man who buying her stuff, and you feel like you deserve it too from your man, but he's just not on that level yet. If you want that, if you can't get it yourself or you don't want to buy it yourself and you want your man to give it to you, tell him, look, I want some nice things, go get me this. Tell him what you want. Don't just hint around. Tell him, look, I want a new purse. It costs this much. Can you get it for me for my birthday? If his answer is no, then say, okay, fine. I'll find another way to get it. Don't worry about it. Now, he's going to be thinking, how's she going to go get this purse? Blah, 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 blah. Now, I saying on my other channel, I probably pissed off a bunch of people, but there are some married women with sugar daddies who can do the stuff that their husband can't, who can go buy them the nice things that their husband can't. And the woman will walk around saying, oh, my boss gave it to me. Oh, my friend gave it to me. Oh, my mom bought it for me. Oh, my dad sent me some money. Oh, this, oh, that. The whole time she got a sugar daddy buying her stuff because he can't afford it. You don't want your woman having to do that. Because, or they have a wealthy ex-boyfriend who will, buy stuff for them just because they can, plan B, basically. So, make sure you can give your woman what she deserves and what she wants and what you know she wants, okay? If you meet her and she likes certain things, you got to keep her in that lifestyle, if you see her eyeballing someone else's nice things, she wants them, okay? So you need to figure out how to get them. Just like, if your man is looking at other women and how they look, you're going to look at yourself and be like, dang, does he like big butts? Does he like big boobs? Does he like her hairstyle? Does he like her makeup? Why is he looking at her? What is it about her that he likes? Of course, men are always going to look, but look what he's looking at. Pay attention. Oh, maybe I can wear an outfit that looks similar to that if that turns his head. Maybe I can get my girl that purse because she keeps looking at it. Every time a woman has that particular purse, she turns her head. Women look at other women too, but it's not because of what they look like. It's because of what they have. Okay. It's like, dang, look at that purse. Dang, look at them shoes. We're not looking at her. We're looking at her stuff. Okay. Men have always asked me that. Why do other women look at other women? We're not looking at them. We're looking at their stuff. Look at that hair. Look at them nails. Look at that purse. Look at them shoes. Look at them jeans. That's what we're looking at. We're not looking at them. Oh, they look nice in that thing that I want. Yes, we'll give them a compliment. Oh, she looks good in that. We want that. Men are looking for a totally different reason. They want something else. Hey, I'm just telling y'all the truth. So, when I go out, I look at women. I get inspiration from other women, I look at women and I say, oh my God, she looks so good in that color. Oh my God, I love her shoes. Oh my God, look at that watch, and smile. That's so cute. Where did you get that? Like, I have so many people ask me where I get my stuff at in the grocery store. Oh my God, where did you get that from? And then we go and tell them, oh yeah, it's on sale. You can order it online. You can buy it here. You can buy it there. That's what women talk about, stuff. Okay. And if you're a man and you don't realize that or understand that women like certain things, then you need to start realizing that now, because that's what we're looking at. Now there's some women that's not materialistic at all. They just don't care. They will wear the same clothes every week, buy a $10 purse at Goodwill or Walmart, and be perfectly happy. But they might want all your attention and all your time and be clingy to you and want you to be there and call them and text them and be there for you all the time. That might be their wealth. That might be what they want instead of material. And sometimes men can't even give women that. The non-materialistic women want other things. And sometimes men can't even give them that, but then they want to complain about materialistic women. They want too much. And then the girl who doesn't want anything, she wants too much time. She's too clingy. The woman that doesn't even want time, but just wants a commitment. Well, she wants commitment. The easiest thing to give a woman is material. That's why, it's very easy for a man with money to please most women. Okay? Think about it. It's hard to give a woman all your time. It's hard to give a woman all your attention. It's hard to keep a woman happy by emotionally stroking her and saying, oh baby, you're perfect. I love you. I'm going to give you all this attention. I'm never going to go out with my friends. It's all about you. It's all about you, So, things like that. You can't have it all. You're gonna have to pick and choose. What type of woman do you want? You want a woman who will shut up and leave you alone if you buy her an expensive purse, and you can play your video games in peace? Or do you want a woman who wants all your time to snuggle and cuddle and hold hands in public, and she'll take a $10 hot dog in a Walmart purse? Which one is easier to please and appease? You have to think about these kind of things, because some women, some women want it all. Some women want the money, the attention, and everything. So this person keeps texting me like a book. I'm like 20 texts. So men, like, I'm just telling y'all what women want, how to impress women, how to impress us. Like, it's not that hard. Three things. You know how men say you only need three things: food, sex, and what else? I forgot the third thing. But women just like nice things, for you to be a good guy, not mess over her. And what? Commitment. That's all we want. That's what most women want. You need to have something, you need to be committed, and you need to be decent. Okay? That's it. That's all we want. Take care of us, be decent to us, and commit. That's it. That's what most women want. If you can do those three things, you can make your woman happy. If you can't do those three things, you're always going to have issues, Trump's wife, okay, Melania. Yeah, of course, she's a mail order bride, okay? She married for money. She never thought she was going to be the first lady. She don't even like Donald Trump. She don't live in the same house with him, okay? She's just in it for the money, period. Lifestyle only. She don't even like him. And he probably knows that, I'm sure. She probably cusses him out every night. And he probably can't even get it up no more. So it really doesn't matter, The only reason Donald Trump gets married is for status, okay? He doesn't need a wife. It's status. I can have any woman I want. I can have this Russian, tall, beautiful woman and I'm old and ugly because I'm rich. It's like a car. It's like an accessory. Wealthy men, if you ever notice, most super wealthy men always have a wife because it's a status symbol. You can't be super wealthy and not have a wife. The wife is the thing that most men, if they could just have this wife, that's a status symbol. That's the equivalent to having a Bentley, a Maybach. You got all these things. Where's your wife? Okay, you can master this. You can master finance. You can master fame. You can master fame and fortune. Can you master a wife? Can you make a woman happy? That's the last thing you can do. Can you make a woman happy? That's why all these millionaires and billionaires have wives, because that is the last thing that they have to master. And if you can master a woman, you got it. It's like you master the matrix. So women are status symbols. Women are like a car. Once men get super successful and they have every car, a mansion, every type of clothes, jewelry, then they go for their wife. Then they go get the baddest chick or the type of wife they always wanted. And they give her everything because that is a status symbol. When you can get everything and a wife. A lot of men don't realize that having a spouse or a wife upgrades you in every way. Like, it's a status symbol. Like, oh my God, he can please a woman. He has a wife. He can provide all her needs. Look at her car. She's driving a Range Rover. She's driving this. Her husband must be all that. They're not looking at her. They're looking at you, how you provide for her. They're not thinking, oh, she earned that car because she don't ever go to work. They're thinking, look what her husband did for her. Oh my God, he's a good guy. He must be rich. He must be smart. I wonder what he does for a living. Dang, I wish I had her lifestyle. I wish I had her type of husband. He's still going to get the credit, So that's why a wife is a status symbol. And poverty-minded men do not value the woman because they know that they can never fully please a woman. Because, we like nice things. We like comfort. We like to be provided for. And only the wealthy, well-established, financially stable men understand that a wife is a status symbol. Long time ago in the ancient days, if you weren't married by a certain age, people did not respect you. They thought something was wrong with you. They looked down upon you. I mean, as a man, it's like, where's your wife? Then they start to get suspicious of you. So having a wife is a status symbol in, in life. When you can have a wife, you've made it. When you can't get a wife, something wrong with you. You go do better. Go back to the drawing board. Okay? That's it. So, if you've been left by a woman for a man with more money and you feel betrayed and you feel upset and you hate women for being gold diggers or wanting men with money, this is a good place to redirect your anger into success, because the best revenge is success, even with men. What if your ex-girlfriend runs into you again and you are a millionaire, or you have a very nice car and live in a nice house, and she's still chasing behind, somebody else, but you have more than them now? Success is always the best revenge, no matter who done you dirty. You know what I'm saying? So men, you can be successful as revenge as well. You know what I'm saying? I feel that has to be the best revenge for any man, because first of all, it boosts his ego. It makes him feel like, yeah, you look at all this stuff you left. This could have been you. Just like that CeeLo video from a couple years ago. F you. I see you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, F you. And then she was working at the diner and he got rich. So, no matter what, make sure it's motivation to get you to that next level. No matter who left you, who cheated on you, who dogged you out, who called you broke, who called you worthless, take that and flip it into inspiration to get the ultimate revenge. Okay? Success. That's what I would do. If I was a man and I didn't have a lot of money, I would figure out how to get some, and my success will be the best revenge upon any woman who ever left me or whatever. I would flip the script. Some men aren't born knowing these things. Some men aren't perfect. Some men weren't raised around, men that have success. So they have to learn the hard way. But if I had to learn the hard way, you would be dumb not to prosper from your mistakes. You would be dumb not to flip the script and become successful as the greatest form of revenge. You would be dumb not to do that. Okay? You would be dumb to say, well, forget her. I'm going to go find a woman who loves me as broke, loves me for me. That's just settling. That's not improving upon yourself. That's just saying, you know what? I'm going to show the world who I am, what I can do. I can master this world. I can master this matrix. I can master anything because I'm confident in myself. Not I'm afraid to do anything, so I'm just going to stay where I am and I'm going to wait for someone to stoop down to my level. I'm going to wait for something to drop from somebody else, pockets, so that I can be okay. I'm going to wait. You become the cause of your life, and you don't live with the effects of your life. You become the cause. And if you're not doing anything to better yourself and you're stagnant, that's like death. Stagnation is death. And eventually, it's not going to even make you happy anymore that a woman loves you for you, because y'all are going to be suffering and your children are going to be suffering. And if you love your children, you're not going to want to stay like that. You're going to want to do better. And by then it might be too late because you're going to be old. So focus on that stuff now. Don't do it for a woman. Don't do it for a gold digger. Do it for your children in the future. Do it for yourself. Do it for the best revenge ever. Do it to make you feel successful like a man. Do it for the respect. Don't do it for a woman. Do it for the respect and the recognition, and how it's going to make you feel. Do it to make your parents proud, Don't do it for me. Don't do it for her. Don't do it for them. Do it for yourself and your parents. You know, your parents sacrificed a lot only to see you be mediocre, only to see you scrape and struggle. No, they want to see you do better than them. If you're not doing better than your parents, you messed up somewhere. You messed up somewhere. If you're not doing better than your parents are or were at your age, you need to get on it. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of these new guys, I know they're mad at me because I'm like, you women don't pay on dates and blah 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 blah. Think about this. Okay, you go on a date, you really like this girl, but you've been conditioned to think that she's supposed to pay her end or her half and go Dutch. You really like her though. You know, this could be wife. The moment you open your mouth and ask her to pay, you know, she's gonna start thinking of you in a totally different way. She's gonna take you out of the might sleep with you category into the you ain't getting none of this category. You know, just that quick, just by asking her to pay. You have taken yourself out of I'm sleeping with him one day soon to he ain't never getting this or seeing me again with his cheap self. You just did that in one sentence. And the woman that reaches in her pocket to pay for the date, what's going through her mind is, okay, I'll pay. I still like this person. You know, I'm willing to risk paying so I can get to know this person better. And, you know, they lay down and they let that person walk on them and they become the doormat in the relationship. Because if they reach in their wallet to pay, they have just submitted to doormat status. And once you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure anyway. So I'm not saying don't pay or I'm not saying to pay, but just know what you're setting yourself up for. Some women like being doormats. Some women find it as a turn on to be a doormat to a man, to let the man cuss them out because that's what they were raised around and they think that's love. But, you know, nothing good ever comes of nothing like that. So if you don't want to be a doormat, set your standards from the beginning and stick to them. Do not bend them. Okay? Men, the same thing. You know, if you have standards of a woman, don't bend your standards because you want some or you think she'll give it up. Stick with your standards, you know. If you have a standard that you will not date certain type of women, then that's what you stick to. Because if you keep going back on what you said and dating all these type of women that you said you don't want, you're going to keep attracting more and more of those type of women, you know, because that's what you're entertaining. That's what you're working with. That's the energy that you're working with, that type of woman, you know. Just like manifesting. If you're manifesting something, you're not going to do something against what you're manifesting because you don't want it to not come to you. So you're going to only focus on what you want versus what you don't want. And men want different things out of different women, you know. So focus on that. Get the type of woman you want. Women, same thing. Don't ever lower your standards or else you'll never get what you're asking for. Okay, so another way that a woman can push her man to the next level is to, like I said, lead by example. You know, talk about where you see yourself in 5 years. If he doesn't see himself on a similar level, he's going to either try to make some plans for himself or, you know, make some 5-year goals for himself if he is lagging, you know. So it's like, well, you know what, babe, in 5 years, I'm going to have, you know, $50,000 just saved up just to spend on whatever I want. You know, I'm going to have my dream car in 5 years. I'm going to have my own business in 5 years. Where are you going to be in 5 years? You know? If he still says working and wherever he's working, then you already know. He ain't even thought about it. So, you know, just getting him to think about it is the first step. You know, ask him the questions. Where are you going to be in 5 years? You know, are you still going to be working here? Are you going to go back to school? What is your plan? And even if they didn't have a plan, they're going to create one right then because now that they've seen what you plan on doing, they got to do something too. Or else they know you're going to be gone. So start talking about it. And the more you talk about it, the more they'll think about it and the more they'll act towards it. Okay? So if you have just a lazy person, you know, and they're not doing anything and they just don't care, they just want to lay on the couch and play video games and go to their minimum wage job, you're probably not going to get very far with that type of person. So you can start planning your escape at that time, or your exit, you know. Um, don't stay in non-beneficial relationships unless you want, you know, to be their mother. So, okay. If a girl wants to pay for things, does that mean she wants to be a doormat? No, it means she wants to control you. The one with the wallet has the more control. So if I'm paying for stuff, like if I'm rich, if I'm a sugar mama, and I have this cute guy, you know, and he looks like a male model, and I pay for trips and stuff in Hawaii and blah 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 blah, I'm gonna have some say so. I'm gonna have some say so where you go, where you don't go, what time you come home, you know, how much money you got in your account, you know, the stuff like that. I'm gonna have a lot of say so over what you do because I'm paying your way. Um, and plus, I'm a woman, so I feel like I'm, you know, entitled to all of that. If I'm paying for you, you know, if I'm gonna be your mama, I'm gonna treat you like a son. So yes, I'm gonna have all that say so if I'm paying for somebody. If I'm paying somebody, they're gonna be by my side when I say they need to be by my side. Look, get home right now. Because if they don't get home, guess what? Their car getting took. Their account is gonna be empty. They ain't gonna have no spending cash. So if you're paying for stuff, if your woman is paying for stuff, she probably has a lot of control over you. Okay? You might think you sneaking around and doing this and that, but you know when she call and if that phone ring, you know you better answer. You know what? When I become an old widow and I'm like 85 or 55 or probably 55, yeah, I might have me a little young thing. I might use my all my money from my insurance and stuff like that. Have me a little tenderoni, a little tender. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him what to do, where to be, where to go. But I've earned that. I'm old. My husband gone. I got all this cash. You know, if I ever do that, that would be my only way. You know, I'm old, and I'm just be like these sugar daddies out here. But I could. That probably won't even really be my style. I'll probably get me a nice regal gentleman. But I'm just saying, if I was ever to pay for a man, it would be under those circumstances. A sugar mama. When I'm old and my husband dead, and I got all this money to spend before I die. um. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Someone says that them being weak makes them hate themselves. Okay. Being weak is a choice. Do you think with emotion or do you think with logic? Okay. When you think with emotion and you make decisions based on how you feel about someone or how much you love someone or how much you like being with someone, that's your mistake. You think with logic. Okay. What is this person doing for me? You know, what are their actions showing me? You know, are their words matching their actions? You know, do they like me or are they using me? You know, make logical decisions. Don't be weak. If you're weak, you'll always come out last. You'll always be prey, you know, for the hunters. You know, like when they see a herd of zebras, the lion will always go after the small, weak one because they're easier to catch and control. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Angelina says she's 22 and 12 in the mind and believes in fairy tales. Well, I was too, girl. That's the good thing because you can experience love the right way, and then when you get the reality check and the wake up call, then you'll be able to make logical decisions based on, you know, what happened to you. 22 years old, that's when women are still looking for that Prince Charming, everything fairy tale. That's why I say if men want to date someone who loves them for them, date women 25 and under because you're still going to get that innocent fairy tale, I'm with you because I love you type woman. But if you're wanting a woman who can hold her own, pay half the bills and stuff like that, you're probably going to want someone your own age. But since they already know better than to fall for your tricks and things like that, you have to go for the younger girl and pay for her because she's not going to be able to pay half your bills and stuff like that at that young age. So it's kind of a choice. Either you get a young dumb person, I'm not calling you stupid, I'm just saying inexperienced, or you get someone who knows better and knows the game and is not going to play these games unless they're winning them. um, I met my husband at 22. I thought everything was a fairy tale and I blah 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 blah, but I was still in logical thinking. I'm like, okay, in the fairy tale the prince was always rich, he wasn't broke. Okay, y'all remember that. You might have the fairy tale in your mind, but you forgot that the prince was always rich in the fairy tale, and the lady was always the princess or the queen at the end. If you ain't no princess or no queen at the end and your man is not rich, you are not thinking like a fairy tale. Fairy tales have fantasy as well as logic. Okay? So if you're only looking at one side of the fairy tale and not the other side of the fairy tale, then you're missing the whole point. Okay? Um, so even Shrek had his own swamp and his own house. Okay? He didn't live with his mama. So even though he wasn't rich, he owned some stuff. He owned some land. He owned a swamp. He owned a house. He had his own stuff. Okay? So even if the fairy tale is fantasy, the end game is still the same. Get with somebody who can support you and who's stable. Okay? Right? Some of y'all can get a Shrek, some of y'all can get a Prince. But both of them are stable. Okay? Anyways. Um the younger you start thinking more logically, the better results you'll have in your relationships. You're not going to react to overreact to things, according to your emotion. You're going to be able to think things through, make rational, logical decisions, strategize in your mind. If you do this, what's going to happen? If you play your cards right, what can you get? Things like that. You got to be very strategic in relationships, especially when you're young, when you're the most youthful and beautiful and have the best body, and you have more power at your young age. You know what I'm saying? If you can learn this stuff young, you're going to get ahead quick. Look at all the housewives on TV. Look at all those basketball wives on TV. They knew the game from the start, okay? They aimed high. Okay? They aimed high. If you start aiming low at 22, you're wasting good youth, good skin, good boobs. You're wasting all that on some broke dude when you can be benefiting, you know, at your most, is what I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. Benefit your most at your peak. Okay, like y'all might look at me, I'm old, okay, but I benefited at my peak. I benefited a lot at my peak, okay? Um, and I was smart. I had an older sister who taught me the game. Okay, I was schooled from a young age. I watched her. And that's how I knew what I knew at a young age. That's how I knew not to fall in love with, looks and, things like that, but to fall in love with lifestyle. Because my sister took me to all these places, nice places. She used to date millionaires. She took me to all this stuff. And I couldn't just date anybody after that. I couldn't just marry anybody after that. I couldn't, because I was so used to nice things. I was used to valet parking. I was used to VIP. I was used to having money. I was used to going in the store and not looking at prices. I was used to that. So how can I go backwards? Get yourself used to that lifestyle. Hang out with people that have that lifestyle. Put yourself in those environments so you can't move backwards even if you wanted to. You just won't be comfortable there. There was no way I could even marry because how I felt about someone. I needed them. Sorry, y'all. Somebody called. I needed them to be able to provide. I needed the lifestyle. I needed to drive nice cars. I needed to have a nice house. I needed to be here. I needed to be there. So I needed to go on vacation. So that's what I looked for in a husband. Okay? So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to end it with you guys because I do have an appointment. But thank you guys for tuning in. I do have a consultation. And, you know, I'll see y'all on the next one. Thumbs up if y'all agree. And I'll see y'all later.